Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of the DCHL Outsider Podcast. We've got lots of games and scores to give you information on. We've got a special announcement. We're going to have a special new segment coming up, so bear with us. Hopefully, you like it. You probably won't, but that's okay. Has to be done every now and then, and bear with me. So, MDHL action. We give MDHL some love. Right now, Rollers got some time off because they had the championships last Monday. And you should check the streams and see who won and get the post-game interviews with the D1 champions on last week's podcast. So that's all there for your viewing and listening pleasure. So MDHL action, we had D1 action, Crease Crashers against Lords of the Rink here. Crease Crashers, this game was nuts, okay? Crease Crashers, 42 shots on goal, which is insane. Kevin Shea for Lord of the Rings, 41 saves. Only goal let in Amber Moore from Lindsay Miggs. 1-0 Crease Crashers. Bill Weeks scored off a turnover to make it 1-1, and that's where it would end. Eric, 30 saves in net for the Crashers. Kevin Shea, 41 for Lords of the Rings. Great defensive game right there. Goalies coming up huge. A lot of amazing goaltending. This is going to be a recurring theme throughout this cast here. Lots of amazing goaltending, so we're going to give some goalie love here right now. Barbarians TNT, second game of the day. More D1 action right now. Speaking of some goalie love right now, 1-0. TNT Barbarians, two powerhouses. A lot of great scores on both teams, and one goal cracks me up. The one goal was Alex Ortiz from Chris Thorpe in the second half right now. We had Mike K, 27 save shutout for TNT. Jason Stelter, 20 saves in the loss. 1-0 in your D1 game. Very, very awesome right now. Goalies playing out of their mind in this top division. Defense might be getting better right now. I think teams might be making a transition from just all-out aggression in terms of offense to more control and a better overall team game. So maybe better defense, something along those lines. We'll see. But glad to see D1 is becoming more refined and the goalies are playing out of their mind. So it's going to be exciting. Third game of the day, we had Blade Runners against Green Monkeys. Monkeys end up winning 5-1 here. So we are aware that there are some issues with the website going on right now. We're not sure if some of the stats aren't saving. It could be an issue with the Sportsplex Wi-Fi. I know there have been some major issues with that. We're working on it. Bear with us. This game, we don't have access to the stats right now, and there's a couple hiccups. We're working on them, so bear with us. If you do see any other errors in terms of stats, message DCHL Leagues. We'll get on it as soon as possible and do the best we can to fix it. It's very important. Websites are number one priority, one of our number one priorities right now. I will say number one. It's important to get that going because that helps track everything else. So, Green Monkeys playing great, and they are in fact 3-1 and in top of the D2 division. They got their win here. They got a win against the Crease Crashers as well, so they were one of the only teams to snag points off a D1 team in one of the crossover games. So Green Monkeys tearing it up right now. So again, with the website stuff, any errors or any issues, just point it out. Let us know. We're going to go through, try to do a full audit on the stats. We're going to make sure we fix some things up that there might be some hiccups on, and we will get it up and running fully perfect, 100% as best we can as soon as possible. So, Green Monkeys tearing up the D2 division. We had Rogue One-Timers and the Wu-Tang Clan here. Wu-Tang Clan did very well here. This was a bit of a one-sided game. We'll leave it at that. So, yeah. Wu-Tang Clan atop of the rec division right now. Looking down at everyone else right now. So, we had we'll just leave it at that. We'll talk about other teams and other issues later. So, last game of the day, Lucky Pucks 2-1 over the Mafia. Puck Mafia has been playing very, very good. I know they a lot of their losses are just like these one-goal games. So I feel like I know Puck Mafia struggled a little bit last season, and while they're having a hard time right now, I mean, they had they tied. They were the only team who could tie Wu-Tang Clan right now, preventing them from having a perfect record. They lost to the Arabian Knights, the Gwendolyn Black Knights 4-2. It was a very late goal and an empty netter. They lost to Lucky Pucks 2-1. I feel like the additions to Puck Mafia have been very good. Their players are doing great. Chris Zupa playing great. Costa, huge pickup, playing great. A lot of their their experienced players, Richard, Jan, Jack Flint. I mean, Stitch is playing out, occasionally playing net. Team's doing good. So I feel like Puck Mafia, they're almost there. And I mean, they're close in all their games. Maybe a little more chemistry with their new players would help. Maybe they just need one more player to take them to the next level. So awesome for them. I feel Puck Mafia is almost there. So glad to hear it. I'm glad. Nice close games in rec. So awesome there. That's some MDHL action. We are going straight to Sunday. Sunday, in fact, was Sunday was Meet the Parents Night. If you were there, a lot of people had their parents and their family there, which was awesome. I loved it. While some of the games were being streamed, we got to talk to some of the parents, got to get to know them. It's awesome. So, first game we had the Midnight Riders against the Slashing Pumpkins right now. This was a 1-0 game, only goal, Melissa Keach from Austin Keach. I got to meet the Keaches during the High Rollers First Ladies game. We talked to the parents a little bit, got some stories about their childhood, about this and that. Got some interesting perspective. It was awesome. The parents are cool. It was awesome, cool, great experience, and so good. So Midnight Riders taking down the Pumpkins right there. Both goalies played good. Played well. Excuse me. Only one goal. Very tight defensive game right there. So Midnight Riders are actually tied for third place right now. And Pumpkins are 1 point behind them. So this is the rec division. I'll talk about it now before we get into too deep. So with the Crazy Eights going up to the D4 division, it kind of left a lot of space. Left this kind of vacuum here in the rec division. No one was really sure who was going to take over and become like the premier teams. Hockey Dead, Hockey Dead, First Ladies, they're the top two teams right now. But beyond that, every other team is kind of clumped up. Kind of clumped up in that 2-win range. I mean, every team has 2 wins. Excuse me, except for Hockey Dead and First Ladies, who both have 4. So, I feel like this is going pretty well for a rec division. There's a couple teams ahead, but no one's too far ahead, and things can change could change at the drop of a hat. And, for the most part, this is kind of what you want in terms of parity. There's always going to be some ambiguity in rec because new players come in, players get more experience. So there's going to be balance. There's always going to be balancing issues in the rec division. But right now, I feel like it's moving in the right direction. High Rollers, Crazy Eights, getting out of rec was perfect. They're doing well in D4, and rec seems to be in a very good place right now. So that's awesome. Shout outs to Melissa for her awesome goal. Awesome with the assist. No love for Aubrey. He did not contribute on that play. Aubrey gets 0 love from this podcaster, and that's all I'm going to say. Second game of the day, we had the Lucky Sevens against the Street Sharks. So Lucky Sevens, I don't know what their deal is. I don't know how they run their team. They have 2 wins. In both of their wins, they've scored 7 goals. So if they score 7, they win. If they don't score 7, they don't win. They might tie, they might lose. So if they get to 7, maybe let them score again. Maybe let them to 8. Maybe they'll come back and win. I don't know. I'm not saying that's the case, but I'm saying when they score 7, they win. And anytime they don't score 7, they don't win. So, this was a interesting game here. Lucky Sevens, for some reason, on some weeks they just click, they bring it. And, 2 goals by David, 2 goals by Jacob, 2 goals by Sam, and Kara with a goal. Kara, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Sorry. New team. I don't get up that early to do a lot of the rec games, so I will try to do my homework on that. But that was a great game for Lucky Sevens. Street Sharks having a very strange season. They're very hit or miss. I don't know if it's just a consistency issue or I woke up on the wrong side of the bed issue. It is what it is. I'm not worried. Street Sharks are a very good, experienced team. And, sometimes you're going to have hiccup games. Sometimes you'll be fine. So I wouldn't hit the panic button if you're the Sharks. Not the biggest deal. Lucky Sevens. Glad to see a new team come in and do well. It's a good mix of new players and old. So Lucky Sevens get another win there. Score a lot of goals. And that's that. So D4 game, we had Shangri-La versus the Gwendolyn Gladiators right now. Gladiators get 4 goals from 4 different scorers. Abdul, Becca, David, and Seth scored. Shangri-La gets an unassisted goal from Owen, but that's too little too late as the Gladiators end up taking the win right now. Gladiators are in fact in second place in this hotly contested D4 division, and the Gwendolyn team is showing lots of improvement right there. Rec team is rebounding after a shaky start right now. I feel like they were able to solidify their roster and rec and do fine. The Gladiators D4 team, once again, very competitive. The D3 team, very competitive again right now. It shows you that if you develop players and you stick to it and you build chemistry, that good things are going to happen and players will get better. And we've seen Gwendolyn grow from one team to two to three, and they're doing good in their divisions. A lot of good players, and that's really all you can. It's really all you can hope for right there. A lot of player growth. Team's doing well. Shangri-La having a couple issues with their roster right now. They seem a little bit short, and I think they'll be fine. Shangri-La, as always, they're in it, and I expect to make another playoff run. That team is built to win in the playoffs, so I wouldn't panic if I was Shangri-La. Gladiators doing their thing. We're all good. St. Magnus Crazy Eights. This game, holler, Derek O'Halloran scored 2 goals, baby. Big shot from the slot, and then he picked up a juicy rebound from Chris Bernetti from the point, and Aaron Brown scored for the Crazy Eights at the start of the second period, and it was a 1-1 game, but then Derek's second goal pushed him over the edge right there. Derek gets a pair in the win right there. That's huge. Pete Lang, he played fine. It was a unlucky bounce that just kicked right out. That happens. Carlos played for Stick Magnus, got the win. But it's hard when you get a player like Derek who's feeling it. He can go off, and he did. It was a good team effort, but Derek did a good job cashing in on his chances right there. Shout outs to Derek. Awesome game. Keep it up, baby. Keep it up. So we had the very exciting, very climactic. I know things can be anticlimactic. This was very climactic. There were many climaxes in this one. This was a very, very intense game. We had Stingrays Goonies here, rematch of the D3 championship. This game was okay. So it got a little heated, but it wasn't too bad. I think that I was actually very impressed the way the teams kind of handled themselves. It's going to be a physical game. Both teams treated this like it was a championship game. I don't blame them. There were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There were 10 penalties. Wow. 10 penalties. It didn't seem like a dirty game at all. There was a coincidental minors early on. Refs tried to, help keep it under control. But, it was interesting game. A lot of shots. This was a goal scorer's dream. We had 42 shots by the Stingrays, 35 for the Goonies. It was a 3-3 game late into the third. Austin Henley scored off a assist from Ben Purse, and then Casey put an empty netter. It was 5-3. Quick scoring breakdown. We had a Felice score for Stingrays. Chris Winkler responded. Sandra, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry. I'm not smart. What do you expect? She scored to make it 2-1 Stingrays. Chris Winkler responded again. Chris, 2 goals. Big game on his part to make it 3-2. Chris Bernetti scored unassisted to make it a 3-2 game, but Nantel responded. Big power play goal to make it 3-3. But game went back and forth. Just great game. Both teams played great. That's the kind of hockey I like seeing. I like watching. I like participating in. Both teams played hard. It was physical. It was clean. I think the refs did a good job calling the penalty. I'm not going to say the refs. I ref that game. Sal ref that game. I think that I thought we did a decent job. It's one of those things that it's hard in the heat of the moment to be comfortable at all times. But after the game, I felt like we did a good job, and I felt like both teams were happy with it. And I look forward to the next Goonie Stingrays game, as that is your top tier premier hockey. And make sure people give D3 some love. It's this weird division where there's only 5 teams, and it's not one of your higher divisions. No, it's right in the middle, and I feel like it kind of slips through the cracks. The streams don't get as much love as they should, and if we stream a D3 game, make sure you jump in on that and give us some love. So we had enough of that one. First Ladies Hockey Dead. This was the D1, the rec matchup we wanted to see right here. This is the 2 undefeated teams going into it. Justin Yarrow scores the first goal. Maya responds, making it 1-1. Casey scores to make it 2-1. Justin responds, making it 2-2. Jed puts one in to make it 3-2 Hockey Dead, and they're going in the third period. Casey ends up scoring to make it 3-3, and you know what? It'll end as a 3-3 tie right there. Great game. Dennis was in net for Hockey Dead. Did a good job. Mel, good job for First Ladies. Great overall effort, and 3-3. Really can't complain about that. Pardon that little gap. I just had to make a quick sneeze, and I did not want to blow out your eardrum, so I just muted myself. So, Hockey Dead, First Ladies doing a good job right there. I don't want to give him too much hype. Submit for Hockey Dead is playing great. He's really filling in a role that Hockey Dad struggled to find some scores right there. Smith was kept off the score sheet, and it was mainly Justin and Jed doing a lot of the work. But Smith played very well, and I think that I think he's a very good addition to the league. Glad to have him, and I think he's a very good player. So much love to him. We had IPA, Gwendolyn, Arabian Nights. This was our first streamed game right here. So I'm not going to give you too much of a recap on this. Check out the stream. We love it. It was awesome. This game, okay, this was a great game to watch. If you're gonna watch any stream game like ever, this had a lot of the check marks. We had some amazing goals. We had a penalty shot. This game was tight. I really, I'm really glad I got to cast this game because you hate saying, oh, that game was awesome. I wish I had it on video. Nick Mosier scored a sweet goal. Okay, Nick Mosier scored an amazing goal. Glad we got that one on camera at the end of the first. It was so cool, a great highlight reel moves, and check out the stream. Arabian Nights doing very good in the D3 division, showing they definitely can hang. So great stream game, watch it. I will give the stream team winner for this game to be. God, I gotta go Nick Mosier with that sweet goal. That's a highlight reel goal on a game that was just filled with highlights. So Nick Mosier is going to be our stream team player of the game right there. So after that, we had a High Rollers First Ladies game. This game was also streamed. This High Rollers jumped out. Melissa Keach assisted to Brian. I'm not going to go too much into this. This awesome stream, and there were some sick goals. So I'm going to just say we got to talk to the Keaches, Melissa, Austin, and Aubrey's parents. They're very cool. Awesome on the stream. It was really fun. I loved doing it. It was so cool. I got to also meet Carolyn's parents. They weren't on the stream. They were sitting over somewhere else. Maybe a little camera shy. Don't know. Not going to say much about it. They were cool, though. So, awesome. But, very good game. This is tricky. I know I'm going to have to give the stream team player of the game. It's going to have to go to Sari. She played 2 goals and 1 assist. It was awesome. Wendy had an amazing, awesome power play goal. You got to check it out. You got to see this goal. There were so many great goals that we got on video. I want to give it to Wendy. She had an awesome goal, but Sari she put up the numbers, played great. Got to give it to her. Very close, though. Got to go Sari, though. Watch that stream. It was awesome. Loved doing it. So after that, we had Funk and we had Youngbloods. This D2 game, relatively low scoring for D2, considering the D2 did lead last season by about 50 something plus goals over the D1 division for the highest goal scoring division we had. Funkmasters, Alex ended up scoring the first one. Keith brought 2. Emily Ox scored, but goal of the game, Brad Wilson snipes one from the corner, just roofs it. Beautiful goal. Sweet move by Brad right there. Just beautiful shot ahead of eyes. Funkmasters get a win. Much needed. I know they had I don't say much needed. They had a very, very goal-heavy game last week, so they lost 10-7. So I feel like getting a win here probably going to help boost the morale. And, yeah, just overall a good game. It's what you want in your you want a close game like that. No issues. That was cool to watch. So we had Puck U against the Lizards right here. This was a full Lizards team. This is the team that they had on paper that a lot of people predicted to be one of the top teams in D1. Personally, I had them. I didn't know where they were going to be, but I have a feeling they will be a contender going in late if they keep the roster together. So Jake Smith scored the first goal of the game for Puck U. Nice little play in front of the net, big goal. Sean Miller unassisted, responded by Taylor, ends up scoring for Lizards. Sean another unassisted goal. Yeah, I mean, Sean had 4 goals that game. Actually, he had 3 goals that game, and 2 of them unassisted. So I don't know if they came off turnovers or he just he got the ball and went coast to coast. But if Sean's scoring unassisted, I think you kind of have to readjust your game when you play against him. Because he's such a dominant player. He's just built to score goals, make plays. So if he's beating you like that, I would probably say, hey, next time we play Sean, let's try to figure out a way to deal with him. But Lizards having a rough go at it, but I think they'll be fine. A lot of the players are had extended summer vacations, so as soon as they get back on the same page and get it all figured out, I'm not worried. I think this team will shock a lot of people, and I would 100% if I were to pick an opponent in the playoffs, I would want to dodge these guys because I feel like this team is deadly, and they're under the radar right now. I feel like a lot of people would be sell, 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 but this is a team that has such a huge upside. I would not be shocked if they run the table and win it. And I know it's a hard thing to say, but it's 100% true. So after that, we had White Walkers Mercury Rising in another D1 matchup here. Mercury Rising took their first loss last week as they were on the receiving end of a beatdown from Puck Buddies. So how would they respond? Brittany Thorpe scored the first goal for Walkers. Brittany having a great season. Mercury Rising ended up responding. Andrew Marshall scores. And then Wendy was subbing in for Mercury Rising, scored again. Wendy had several goals today. She scored for Mercury Rising, scored for First Ladies, and spoiler alert, she scored for the All Blacks too. Wendy had a hot hand, scoring a lot of goals. Awesome. So going into the third period, Mercury Rising's up 2-1, and Walkers went all in. They took 28 shots in this period. Unbelievable. Mercury Rising had 31 shots in the whole game. Walkers took 28 shots. They scored once. Sean took an alley-oop from Abdul and just made a sweet little play to beat him. Beyond that, Mike K made 27 of those 28 saves. Amazing goaltender performance. This game ended in a 2-2 tie. So Mercury Rising responded to the loss, and they are back on track. I feel that they didn't let that one loss get them down, and playing fine, doing their thing. I wouldn't hit the panic button at all. Overall, not so bad. So they'll take it, I guess. Yager Bombs Gorilla Gang. This game was streamed as well. I at the start of the stream, over under, I said 15. I thought this game was going to be just a goal scorer's paradise. Jenna and Nicole both playing in net. Jenna for Yager Bombs, Nicole for Gorilla Gang. Played unbelievable. A lot of breakaways, a lot of huge, unbelievable saves. This is if you want to see a lot of great saves, a lot of jaw-dropping saves, you got to watch this game. Game ended 4-4 tie. Kevin Stonesarf with the first goal. Sean Miller responds for Yager Bombs. Manny scores for Gorilla Gang, making it 2-1. Sean Miller responds. Manny says, I don't care, I'm going to score again, making it, 3-2? 3-2 Gorilla Gang. Pat scores to make it 4-2 Gorilla Gang, but Daniel Ruber gets a pair to make it 4-4, and that is where it will end right there, folks. Yager Bombs, 6 games played, 4 ties. So this division is definitely tightening up, and that's awesome. Untouchables All Blacks. This game had scoring right now. Stats aren't available at the moment. We had, I know Meg Fontaine scored from the point for the All Blacks. Wendy scored. Jeff scored for the All Blacks. Glad to see Jeff's back and playing well. It was awesome. Player of the game, though, Brian Martins gets his first career hat trick, scores for the Untouchables. 2 goals from the slot, and the third one he's going to break away and take it himself. Congratulations for Brian with the hat trick, man. Love playing with him. Great teammate, great guy. He's had a lot of 2-goal games, so I'm glad he finally got that third one and got over that hump, got over that little mental roadblock. So congratulations to him. All Blacks played a great game. Game ended up being 10-6 Untouchables. All Blacks were up 6-4 at the end of the second, but Untouchables scored 6 unanswered to make it 10-6. There's your high-scoring game of the week. Final DCHL Sunday 10 p.m. game and the final game of the day. Thank God there's no more 10 p.m. games. It's unfortunate that we had to schedule some, but with a weird schedule, with a beach bash break, we had to do the best we could, I guess. And 10 o'clock game, suck it up, deal with it. Redcoats Puck Buddies. Redcoats take 33 shots in this game. Sean Rada plays very good as always. We had a Brad scored unassisted here for Puck Buddies. Amit responds, making it 1-1. Adam G, power play goal here, making it 2-1 for the Redcoats. And then Nantel, again, responds with a power play goal here for Puck Buddies. Nantel scored some big goals today, a couple on the power play. So if you're on a team with Nantel, I would put him out when you got that extra man advantage right there. So that game ended 2-2. I don't know. I think both teams were happy to just get out of that game, not taking a loss. I know Redcoats had a 6-1 lead a couple weeks ago, and then Puck Buddies came back. No Jake, no Alex Ortiz, so a lot of teams missing some of their star players. But you know what? That's fine. Puck Buddies are still now 3 wins, 3 ties. They are first place in the tied for first place in the D1 division. They're behind Puck U, who has 4 wins, a loss, and a tie. They're both at 9 points. But the first overall tiebreaker will be wins after sportsmanship points, I believe. I'm not sure if that changes. That had changed. I can check it up. I'll get back to people if they're curious. But that will be wins are the first general tiebreaker. It's generally wins and then goals for, goals against, or something along those lines. Head to head, excuse me. Wins then head to head, and then goals against, and then goals for. So there's your exciting, not so quick recap of the MDHL, DCHL action. I believe Roller will start up next week. I'm not 100% sure, so check in with Suds. I'm not sure if there's any spots open, but if you're interested, let Suds know. So we've got some exciting news first announced here on the DCHL Outsider Podcast. You want your awesome news, make sure you listen to the podcast. So I'm going to give you a quick little housekeeping stuff, and then I will give you this amazing announcement that we got going on. So, as always, make sure you follow us on Facebook. Make sure you like the DCHL page, DCHL Leagues page. If you do, you'll see the streams when they come up. You'll see the Twitter. We had some awesome hashtags this week. A lot of great players. It was so fun to do. So fun. People loved it. Follow us on Twitter. You can see the hashtags there. Get any information on any of the leagues, anything you want. Follow the podcast. It's on YouTube right now. I swear we're gonna try to get it up on iTunes. We're doing our best. There's trying to take care of some website stuff right now. We're gonna hopefully get a plugin in there so you can get them live on. Well, not live. You can get them on the website as well as through iTunes, and we'll probably still keep putting them up on Facebook. So we're gonna try to give you more ways to listen to the podcast for those who are interested. Beyond that, streaming. We're gonna continue streaming. We are actually going to, as a league, be reviewing and seeing the progress we've made, seeing what potential changes we can do, and exploring any other options with that. We'll get more into that later. So, beyond that, thanks for listening. We love you all, and keep it up. Thanks for the support. We do it because people love it, and we love the community. So, on the note of community, the Russian Machine Never Breaks, I guess, is a blog. I don't know. I don't follow it. I'm new to the area, leave me alone. So, Russian Machine Never Breaks is doing their yearly tournament here. It will be on October 20th from 4 to 9 p.m. here. This will be run at the Michael & Son Sportsplex. I'm going to take a quick intermission to get me a drink of water. I am so excited and hyped. I need to quench my thirst. While my thirst has been quenched, my love of hockey has not. So we got some more exciting information on this tournament here. It's going to be 4 to 9 on Saturday, October the 20th right now. It apparently big hit. A lot of people love it. Going to be 2 divisions, 4 teams of 11. It's 10 players and a goalie. Total of 88 players. For some reason, there's an obsession with the number 8 here. Don't know why. Could be Ovechkin. Could be something else. Not sure. We'll leave it at that. So if you're interested, send an email to info@playdchl.com or message DCHL Leagues on Facebook Messenger. Send a message to the league page. Don't send it to Suds' page or to Suds. He gets, we're trying to keep the clutter and we're trying to keep it nice and accessible so it'll be easy and all in one spot and you don't have to go back and track things. So do that. It'll help us out. And, if you're interested, get in. 88 players. And there will be a special gift for signing up and playing. Not sure what it is. I got a hint. Potentially not sure. I'm not going to spoil it right now. Some things need to be kept secret for the moment. But, get in on it. It's going to be awesome. Hopefully, we're going to do our best to try to stream every game. We think it would be awesome to do so. would be great. So if you're interested in streaming it with us, interested in playing, message people. Let us know. If you want to get on the streaming, we'd love to have more people stream. It's cool, it's fun, and everyone who does it says they want to do it again. So either they're very good liars or they actually want to do it again and have a good time. So, all right. In lieu of a guest today, I try to be fancy there. Instead of a guest today, we are going to. I'm going to talk about a topic it's come up recently, this week especially. So this is always rough. I don't want to sound like a lecturing teacher or parent. It's hard. Rec leagues are hard. It's hard to find the balance between being competitive and being a rec league for fun, and I get that. We're all competitive people. We all want to have fun. We all want to win. But at the end of the day, it's a fun way to meet people and get some exercise and try to get better at sports and play the game that you love with the people that you like and love and all that. So I understand that there are some rivalries and there's some bad blood and there's some issues, and it's hard to deal with. It really is. As a person who loves hockey, who plays hockey, who refs hockey, who streams hockey, who podcasts hockey, wow, I do it all, don't I? No, I wish. So, we see it in every division. There's players that don't like each other, teams that don't like each other, and sometimes competition will get the best of you. So, I wish I had a simple answer. Just hey, knock it off. Hey, calm down. Hey, remember it's just a rec league. That always works in theory, but when you get out there and the puck drops and you're in the corner or you're chasing a ball down or whatever, it's gonna get heated. And I get it. I understand it. It's just the very nature of all things competitive. You get competitive. You want to win. It's just the emotion and the feelings, they just take over, and sometimes we lose our cool, sometimes we lose our logic and our sanity and our love of each other and our community and all that. And it's hard. So this hopefully is a little nice reminder to, I don't know, I don't want to say not take things as seriously, to not get so heated, to remember that people are generally good, and for the most part, they all deserve the benefit of the doubt. If there's a rough play, just assume that it happened accidentally. Both players might have been going for the ball, or maybe someone, maybe the stick was lifted, which is why it hit you in the arm or the shoulder, or maybe you were going to the boards at the same time and you slowed down and they couldn't control the momentum. Just please give people the benefit of the doubt. Please, if you can, try to bury the hatchet with people, and it's it's you just wish everyone could just be cool and be together and be a nice loving community. And that's what we have. It's DCHL is like the greatest thing ever. We have a bunch of people who love hockey. They're brought together by their mutual love and their friendship and building an awesome community. And we've got Suds at the helm who puts all his time and effort in the league. And do we stream games? Like, how many other rec leagues stream games and have a podcast and a really cool website? Awesome. Thank you, Sarab, for all the help you're doing. It's so great. And like we just it's so great. And it's just hopefully you take time to appreciate it and thank Suds. And in your games, if you're getting competitive, try to get your teammates to dial it down a notch instead of bring it up a notch. It's a rec league, and at the end of the day, one of the most important things you'll ever hear is, you all gotta go to work tomorrow. So, just at the end of the day, try to, treat each other nice, try to give people the benefit of the doubt and all that. I was very happy after the aforementioned Stingrays Goonies game. Both teams had a player. I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure they weren't voted to go talk to me, but both teams had a player or two come talk to me, say, we appreciate it. We understand things got a little heated, but they appreciate all this stuff in the league and all that. And that's great. I think I don't want to call players out by name, or I'm not calling them. I'm giving props. I feel like Ben Purse did a very good job in a heated situation like that. Never complained at the refs. He ended up getting a call against him. No complaints, no issues, really anything. Very, very responsible. Kept his cool. Was great. I loved it. Shout outs to Ben. Um, Stingrays had a player or two also. Didn't get heated. Came up to me, talked to me about it. Appreciate the situation. They understand it's a heated rivalry game, and a couple players talked to me. He said it was good. It was. You understand it gets heated, but it was reasonable. They didn't take it over the edge, and I'm really glad that that was the case. So major shout outs to Goonies and Stingrays there. It really, really made me happy knowing that both teams went in understanding the circumstances, understanding the rivalry and the situation, and really wanted to play their best hockey. And they played an amazing, amazing game of hockey. It was a great game to watch and be a part of. So, shout outs to the Goonies and the Stingrays. Ken Suzuki, captain of the Stingrays, and I don't know, Ben's probably the captain of the Goonies. Both teams did a good job, kind of dialing it back. Players messaged me saying, sorry, I might have got a little heated. I don't want to talk about myself or my personal experiences because who cares. But in this situation, I feel like it's really important to say that the Stingrays and Goonies earned a lot of respect the way they handled that situation. So that was really, really impressive, and I'm very proud of both of the teams. So that was a quick little shout out to them, that very, very well deserved. I'm not going to talk about any other incidents. This really was like a rivalry week. We had a lot of players who had histories or might not have liked each other, teams that had histories playing against each other, and sometimes it boiled over, sometimes it didn't. Let's not talk about the specific situations. They'll all be handled the way they need to be handled. But at the end of the day, like, just remember, you. I don't want to say this in like a not so nice way, but like at the end of the day, this is an unbelievable, awesome privilege that you have to play in this league. And don't take it for granted. And, at any point that could go away. So make sure you treat the league with respect. You treat your fellow players and your teammates and your opponents with respect, and the refs, and the equipment. Just, do your best to be the best person you can on the floor, and only good things will happen, win or loss. So I know it's like a weird, awkward thing to talk about. Hey, don't get too heated in games, and hey, if something bad happens, try not to hold a grudge. Try not to hey, this person, he's got it out for us, so we got to go back and get that person. Let's not. And if we've seen players who've maybe had hiccups or two in the past who've hey, they had a wake up call, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna try to be better. Give people the benefit of the doubt. People really try to improve and be the best that they can a lot of the time. So, at the end of the day, like, just God, I sound like such a nerd. Do the best you can to be the best person and teammate you are. Help your teammates grow and be better on the floor and off, and just respect the game that you love and the players that you like and all of that. So, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of what I got. It's a real honor to be involved in this league. At least that's the way I see it. So hopefully other people see it and appreciate it as well, and appreciate all the work Suds has put in, and all the people who have come before me, and all the current players who are in this league to help grow it to where it is. And hopefully we can keep growing it. I think this is really something special, and I'm honored to be a part of it, and hopefully you are too. And, make sure you can help out where you can, just by being, a great teammate and a friend, and, be good to each other, because at the end of the day, like, one of the most important things you'll have is, community. And we're all part of this same awesome hockey community. So that's me being sappy and nerdy, but it was from the heart. So I guess you can take it with a grain of salt. But at the end of the day, like, have a blast. Like, don't get mad. It's just hockey. Like, you should be going out there and have fun and enjoy yourself and break a sweat and maybe score a goal like Melissa Keach had one, or I guess that was one of her first goals she scored, and it's a huge one for the Midnight Riders. or score 2 for your team like Derek O'Halloran for the Stick Magnets. Give him a big win. Holler at your boy. Or maybe get your first hat trick like Brian Martin's. And, feel proud of that huge accomplishment that you were able to do. And, be the best player you can and the best friend you can. So, on that note, quick housekeeping. We're just going to mention it for the umpteenth time. Thanks for doing the podcast and having a great experience there. We're going to have an awesome set of guests next week. I am not going to tell you where they are right now. We're going to give you a little quick teaser throughout the week. It's going to be awesome. And if you're interested in being on the podcast, just talking about hockey, your experiences, whatever you want, message me, Joe Shea. You can have me on Facebook. Message DCHL Leagues, message Suds, or just tell one of your captains, hey, let me know, get a hold of Joe, introduce us or whatever. Let me, I'm interested in being on a podcast. I know people are interested in it. It's so fun. I get to know people, and the league is to get a more personal side of who you are and all that. So it's community building and awesomeness building. So if you're interested, let us know. We'll have you on the cast. We want to try to get a guest every week or maybe every 2 weeks. I mean, ideally every week. If people want to do it, I'll do it every week. It's awesome. So if you're interested, let us know. If you want to stream games, let us know where, just, walk up, talk to the scores table. Hey, I want to stream a game. Or if someone's up there streaming, hey, can I jump in for a period? Try it out. We'd love to have it. Love it. Just get an experience. Try it out. It's so cool. It's fun. Even if you're bad, you're still going to be awesome at it because, I don't know, I think if you're going to go out there, you're going to put yourself out there and just try something new that you're not familiar with. And, if you're comfortable enough to get in front of the tens of thousands at the Michael and Son Sportsplex and the millions, if not billions of people who stream this around the world at any given point, if you're willing to do that, to be in front of such a large audience, then you're awesome. So hopefully more of you want to be awesome with us. So on that note, be awesome. Much love. This is going to be Joe Shea signing out, and thank you for watching, listening to another exciting episode of the DCHL Outsider Podcast. The power is in your hands. I don't know what that means. I don't know why I said that. I thought it was going to be cool, but it wasn't. So I'm not going to edit that out. So have a great week, and we will see you at the Sportsplex.